Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined by you-know-who, Stiff Brownie.
What's up?
We also have a special guest today. Sergeant Justin is with us.
Yeah.
We had to bring in security and the intern, and I'm the dirtbag. But we had to bring in Sergeant Justin because we've been getting death threats for saying outlandish shit on this show.
Well, I still hate LeBron.
But that's why we're called Unfiltered. Oh, yeah. Hate LeBron. Hate LeBron Day.
Fucking communist.
Every day. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Like, we got Tourette's on this show.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Bring it.
We're going back to this PGA.
Wait, hold on. Who's our sponsor?
We are sponsored by J3 Supply for your hose and fitting specialist. Come on down to Huntington Beach. Great guys. Thank you for not letting me forget that.
Yeah. So let's get back to this LIV.
PGA DP Tour LIV. What a mess. These three getting together. Not even sure how it's going to work. And right off the bat, we're going to go back to the intern, and I want to get your take on what's going on.
So, I have a strong opinion on this because when this news broke yesterday, everyone appeared completely shocked and surprised, but I believe I was one of the few who was not. And that's because it really harkened back to some life lessons that unfortunately I learned a little too late in life, but finally learned. Number one, always look after number one. Number two, always assume others are acting in their own self-interest.
Wow.
And number three, act accordingly.
Yeah.
So looking out for number one, these players, and I know they're hurting right now on the PGA because they passed up millions and millions of dollars. But, that ship sailed, and unfortunately, they are the losers in this. And the PGA is not going to go back to them. They are not going to match the salaries that LIV offered them initially. They're not going to give them any retroactive pay for the years lost. So they are out, and a little reminder that you need to basically know your value and your worth and sign with somebody who recognizes that.
Yeah.
For self-interest, PGA is in the business of making money. And obviously, everyone has a bottom line. Their goal is to make money. Their goal is to increase revenue for their investors, for their shareholders. And everyone at the end of the day has a dollar. They were given an amount they couldn't refuse. And that's what they did. So I am not surprised at all. Not at all.
Well said.
Yeah.
That was absolutely outstanding.
Thank you.
That's a wrap. We're done today. I mean, that was absolutely unbelievable.
There's so many layers to this cake. It's unbelievable. Starting with the commissioner of the PGA being a complete
Monahan's a douchebag.
utter hypocrite. Making people toe the line and promising, I would assume, promising them things that he wasn't ever going to provide them.
Yes. Obviously, he didn't back it by his latest statements.
He made Rory look worse than the outfits he wears when he's playing.
I kind of liked it. I don't really like Rory.
Well, he does. He's a little bit of a bitch. I mean, it's true.
And
I would tell him that straight to his face.
He does wear medium clothing.
It's not like he doesn't know that. But he was like a sacrificial lamb because the PGA doesn't have Tiger right now talking for them. They don't have Tiger producing ratings because, let's face it, I haven't watched golf in quite some time because Tiger's just not a part of it.
Right.
I like watching Tiger.
Right.
I don't pay to see Rory play.
Yeah.
That being said, these guys took, $100 million plus. They go over there. It's basically a signing bonus. They get to party. I like what the LIV Tour was trying to do. The product wasn't what they needed because the camera, they had issues with the cameras. But point is that Zalatoris, Matsuyama, there was like so many players that listened to Monahan and didn't take the money.
Correct.
And I don't know, as the intern, do you have a legal background? Is that
I may have a legal background,
okay,
yes.
Is there a way that they can sue the PGA for this? Because there's got to be emails or text messages or something saying, toe the line, we'll take care of you. I'm curious.
Yeah, contracts can be verbal. They need not be in writing. So if there were verbal agreements.
I would think that the PGA, my entire take on this is that the PGA got really scared with the amount of lawsuits that were starting to pile up from LIV Tour. And they didn't want to open up their books.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when they are you know, you look at the list and you're like, well, why is that guy making that much? And then why? Because they're not a publicly traded company, so
they're a non-profit organization.
They don't have to provide shit to anybody,
Supposedly.
right?
Non-profit.
Here's a perfect example.
All profit.
LIV comes out. LIV starts giving these purses for the tournaments and played, and then all of a sudden, what did the PGA find? $25 million or $50 million in purse money that they just found.
Monahan's very first mistake right there. All of a sudden, you basically just told the players, "Hey, we do have extra money that we've been.
We have a lot of extra money.
You didn't just pay us before. LIV Tour had to start for you to finally come up with double the money.
Yeah, and I guarantee.
What a joke!
And they ostracized Phil Mickelson, but I guarantee Phil Mickelson and his attorneys knew exactly what was going on behind the scenes and how much money was being made, and that's why he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here."
Yeah. I just Monahan. I mean, the whole thing of him preaching morals, values, loyalty, all that just went out the window yesterday.
Yep.
And you did this all behind closed doors, and you didn't even have Rory or anybody else to consult with or talk to and run this by. You just magically made this deal behind closed doors with the Saudis.
Yep.
And then the DP Tour is like thrown in here too. I don't even know how this is gonna fucking work. Is it going to be one league? Is it going to be 3 leagues, 2 leagues?
Well,
the world rankings come back into play now.
There were so many. Well, here's another slice to the pie here. When has the LIV Tours not won every single tournament that they participated in? I mean, they were not. This is strike two.
They are the best golfers.
This is strike two in what I think Monahan was trying to do. He's like, nope, go over there. You're not going to be allowed to come back and play. And then the next thing you know, their ratings are crap.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay, well, you can come and play in the Players, and you can play in the Masters. You know, like they
folded.
Every single time he had a chance to stand up and say, no, I'm putting my foot down, he folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, he caved. Like you said, though, there was probably lawsuits. Like just Mickelson alone probably had one when he said, you know, I'm going to be playing in the Masters, and he's like, no, you're not. We're gonna you left. You're suspended from the PGA indefinitely. You're not going to be allowed to play. And Mickelson's like, no, it says,
I'm a past champion.
I'm a past champion.
Yeah.
I can play till the day I die if I want to play.
Correct.
And you're not going to stop me. And he's basically bowed down. Monahan's a bitch.
Yeah.
He is just bowing down and giving in, and he's making the whole league look pathetic now.
Sure.
It's sad. It hasn't even been a year with the LIV.
And we all know why Tiger didn't take the $800 million and Rory didn't take, because they're both getting percentages. Every year they get bonused out because they have a percentage of what the PGA brings in.
Yeah.
So that's why they make so many appearances. That's why Tiger has his own tournament on the.
Tiger's already got $1 billion. It would have been
correct.
$2 billion for him.
But my point is that's the reason they didn't leave. They can't.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting to see, because I promise you, if they open up those books, it's going to be a lot of.
Dude, can you imagine if the PGA went to wearing shorts?
That's like the least of my worries on that.
No,
one.
I'm serious. This is the kind of shit I think about. I don't want to see the PGA in shorts. I don't want to see them in carts. I don't want to see drones going around getting hit with a second shot going into the green.
It bothers me. I actually have a friend's brother that was not in the top 100. I think he was top 200. His name was Pete Tomasulo. He's out of, I want to say, Cal. Anyways, one day I got a chance to play golf with him, and he gave me 26 strokes and still beat me, and I'm a halfway decent golfer, so that's how good the dude is, okay? He told me that the PGA lifestyle for a player like him is unbearable. He said, if you make the cut in a tournament, you fly back home Monday, it's like a rest day. You work out, you get your massage, your therapy, whatever. Tuesday you got to practice. Wednesday you got to go and play a practice round for the tournament that you're starting on Thursday.
Right.
Meanwhile, you make scraps. Because he's not a top 5, top 10, top 20 finisher.
Right.
And I feel like if the PGA really wanted to have better competition, Koepka was a nobody until he finally got healthy and he was playing on the European Tour, and now he's a 5-time major winner.
Yes.
You know, he almost gave up golf. In fact, I thought he did for like a year or whatever.
Well, he also was battling a ton of injuries. He even came out and said after he won the tournament, the PGA Championship, he said he would have never have gone to the LIV and taken the money if he knew he was going to be healthy again like he is now. He's back strong, healthy. He thought his knee injury was going to plague him, and that's why he took the money. He said he wanted to come back to the PGA, but now he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Yeah, they all got their money, dude. All the LIV guys are like saying, "What a great deal!" Mickelson's laughing his ass off. DeChambeau's laughing his ass off. Patrick Reed, all of them. They all got their money, just like Jamie said.
Greg Norman.
And all these other guys are pissed off on the PGA because they didn't get their money. They're screwed.
I guarantee
this is just bad, and it's going to get worse.
I just hope they're able to pay the lower end guys what they should to. If you've ever played been in the minors, like minor league baseball or whatever, like you can barely make rent.
Right.
You don't get the same luxuries as the guys that
Rent
get drafted.
the bus, $15.
Yeah, it's. I hope
a day.
I hope they can find. I hope Monahan, if he still has a job, can find. Which that's another whole ball of wax too. That guy should be canned.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh. You know what? It's kind of like the person who started the Bud Light fiasco. You hired somebody, and now they're $27 billion in the toilet. Monahan just joined that category.
I agree with you.
They're going to take a monster hit.
Well, now the Saudis are going after soccer players like we've talked about, you know?
Like Benzema. I mean, like you said, a lot of people would walk by Benzema and not even know who that guy is. 2 years, $416 million. You got to look after yourself first.
Yep. They want to make a splash, and they've got enough money to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Benzema, he must have been like, what? What? 416? Where?
Yeah,
where? Give me my contract. Yeah. I'm ready to sign.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
I get to play with Ronaldo or against Ronaldo, I'm in.
Yeah. There's going to be more players that are going to be stolen and taken from the Premier League and the Champions League, and they're going to go off to Saudi and get the money.
Which makes you wonder, are they the same type of situation where they're just not paying the players what they should be? I see these trades all the time, and the amount of money that's crossing hands just to have the rights to the players is astonishing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess when you have an endless supply of money, you better be doing things right.
Well, maybe that little thing that was sent by Butt Crack Sports about LeBron joining a 5-year, $400 million deal with the Oil Basketball Federation. Maybe that's a real thing.
I hope so, because I'm tired of watching it.
Yeah, because hey, once you go to Saudi, you don't even get talked about, you don't get seen, but you got your money. That's exactly where LeBron should go. So we don't have to talk about him so much.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel about the whole Rory situation with here, where he was basically the scapegoat and also the face for this entire thing?
I really don't like Rory that much, so I'm kind of happy this is happening to him.
He says
could happen to a nicer loser.
Okay, all right.
You know,
he says he hates the LIV Tour. I'm like, what do you hate about it?
He hated because Jamie nailed it. He didn't take the money. He's pissed off, and he was given a backdoor deal by Monahan. He's not going to come through now. So yeah, he is his scapegoat, but you couldn't have picked a finer one in my mind.
Okay.
I like it. Tiger's just sitting at home watching this, laughing his ass off.
Thank God I had that surgery.
He's like, oh man, look at Rory. Look at Rory panicking, going into panic mode. But you know how Rory switched it. He's like, in the end, when I look back on it in 10 years, this was probably going to be a good deal for golf. Yeah, whatever. Who cares what you think anyways?
Yeah, he was mentioning today in the press conference that there might be some team stuff. And also, I've already heard rumors that he already signed like a team deal and that Nike's going to be sponsoring them. And he signed with... not Smash Golf Club, but they're changing the name to like Swoosh Golf Club because Nike's going to back them.
Oh,
I don't know if that's with Koepka because he's a Nike guy, but that's what I was reading today. That just rumor had it.
Anyways, I don't care if you're DP Tour, LIV, PGA. They all make so much money. Just to hear these crybabies talk about money cracks me up, man. We're talking millions, billions, whatever. Come on.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Just go out there and hit that little golf ball. Knock it in the hole.
Who do you like this weekend in the CB and the Canadian Open?
You know, I don't like Rory, the defending champ. He's obviously got too much on his mind to fucking concentrate and win a tournament right now. So I'm going with Connors.
Connors?
Corey Connors.
Okay.
He's a Canadian. It's his home course. I think that's an excellent play. I think he's like plus 1,300.
Okay.
And
remember, top 5, top 10, top
Yeah,
20.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
here to make money.
Yeah, another one. I would take Tyler Hatton, another Canadian.
Oh, I like that
But
guy.
he's got a temper, and he'll probably break his putter by the 14th hole and not be able to finish because he'll have to putt with his 3-wood. So I would cancel on that and go with Hadwin instead.
Hadwin, okay.
Go with Hadwin and go with Connors for the Canadian.
I love that. And then next week we got another major,
Yeah, the U.S. Open.
and that's at LACC, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Los Angeles Country Club.
I heard it's insane.
Yeah, the course is awesome from what I hear. So it'll be cool to see because I haven't seen them play that course in, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, a long time.
So it's going to be pretty awesome.
And when it's the U.S. Open, they make it extra difficult.
Yeah.
Extra difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be like...
Oh, here we go again, whining. Did you see how big the rough was? It was so thick I couldn't hit out of it. It's totally unfair. Oh my God, you shot +5. Oh, well, I shoot +30 at Meadowlark, a local municipal golf course in Huntington Beach.
By the way, reach out. We need sponsorships, Meadowlark.
Yeah, please, Meadowlark needs more people at it. Overcrowded. 5-somes. Why don't we just go to 6-somes?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all right. Intern, do you have any more to say on this matter of the PGA and the LIV?
No, I do not. I think we've covered some amazing points.
All right, you did.
Does anybody know what LIV even stands for?
I have no idea.
Roman numeral 54.
I'm good. What is it?
Roman numeral 54.
54, and 54 stands for what?
Some amount of golf holes or...
Oh, yeah, because they play 3 rounds.
Ah, nice. I really thought it just was short for living large. Large and in charge with a lot of cash flow. Fucking who needs more money? Jesus Christ.
54.
Fucking over this. I need to take a break. Clean myself, go to the bathroom.
Cheers.